Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 20 of Direwolf20's FTB Retro Series. One of my favorite episodes, episode 20. Today, we're doing a lot of things. I think I've come up with a better way to do some of the solutioning here. I was going to do something simple, and then it turned out the thing that was simple wouldn't work, so I decided to do something complicated, and if it's complicated and interesting, I'm going to do it on camera. So I didn't change this, but I'm gonna. We're gonna do something pretty neat, I think, over here. However, first, we have things that we need to do. And that involves using items we've never used before in this series. Obviously, we've used them before in older series, but some of you guys have never seen Red Power stuff, so it's time to check it out. Blue alloy ingots are made with silver and nickelite in the alloy furnace, and blue doped wafers are made with nickelite and silicon wafers in the alloy furnace. And you can also use these blue alloy ingots to make yourself a sorting machine, which is what we're going to do right now. And we're also going to need some power for this sorting machine. So this is one of the higher tier items from Red Power 2. It's the sorting machine, and it's super cool. And we're going to be having a lot of fun remembering how it works. Because it's been a while. I don't mind telling you guys it's been a little while since I've played with it. So, yeah, we're going to be doing stuff today. That's what we're going to be doing. Let's get started, shall we? So first things first, we need the sorting machine. The sorting machine is kind of like a more advanced version of the filter. Red Power 2 is all about like tiering of machines and stuff. So like the transposer, which these guys are pretty simple. Like they don't even have a UI. And they can suck up items or transfer them one at a time from one inventory to the next. The filter allowed you to filter which items get transferred in and out of machines and specify the number of items, and you could also paint them a specific color. The sorting machine is an even more advanced version of the filter in that it allows you to, you guessed it, filter items. It's a complex UI that we're going to look at just now. The only other thing is, it's one of the items, there's several items in Red Power 2, this is one of them, that requires power. And a good way to get power is solar energy, because solar energy is free! Yay! So we'll just pop a solar panel on top. For now, that should be cool. We might put one next to it as well, and we should see power start to trickle in. Now, obviously, I placed this just as it's getting dark out, because I am a terrible person. Unlike the EE2 items, the solar panels do not work based off of glowstone or any other non-natural sources of light. So sun, aka the sun shining from the sky, is the only thing that's going to get this thing charged up. And we can see power starting to filter in. Now this is going to take a minute to charge up, which is fine, because while that's charging, I'm going to go remember what this button does, because it does things. And this machine can be used to do like literally like 100 different processes, and I have to remember what those are. I don't remember exactly how these things work out, so we will be back in a minute once I remember what all these buttons do. And by remember, I mean go to the Googles. Alright guys, good news. I think only one solar panel is going to be enough. This thing is charged up enough, and I remember the different buttons here. Okay, so let's start with this one. This is any stack sequential. Basically, every time it receives a redstone pulse, it will try to find the item in this column. And it waits until it receives that item before moving on to the next column. So for example, if I had cobblestone in here, it would wait until there was cobblestone in the chest before moving on to the next column, where it might try to pull out redstone. That's not what we want to do. All stack sequential moves the sliders from column to column, but waits until it receives all items in the column. So it would have to have cobblestone and redstone before it would move on. This is a random all stack, same as the previous mode, but without moving the slider. So it'll just kind of, do all the stacks at a time. And this is any item. We'll pull any of the items, starting with those in the top left of the connected inventory. That's what I want to do. And then you can do any item with default route, which means that it'll pull the items out, and if it pulls out an item that doesn't match, it'll go ahead and throw it down to the default route, which we can color. So if it finds an item in this chest that it doesn't know what to do with it, which is not going to be the case, we would want to use that. So we're going to go ahead and do any item, because we don't want a default route. And we're going to just change up a few things here. We will probably want to remove all these shenanigans. And we could probably Is this still... Okay, that's cool. We will probably have transport pipes leading down here. And now this is an intersection, so we need a basic logistics pipe here, which I apparently don't seem to have one of. Gonna need more of those. And I know what I need to get in order to get more of those, and that would be some diamonds. Cool. And then let's get the gold gears too while we're at it. So let's say maybe a stack of gold would probably be a good thing to pull out here. That should be cool. And then it was gold on the sides. Where did my redstone torches go? I thought I had a bunch of those. Did I burn them up? I probably did. Let's get... Isn't it cool? Sweet. Stack of redstone torches. That should be sufficient for me. Nice. Lots and lots of basic logistics pipes. You're going to go here because you're in an intersection. Beautiful. Okay, so that should work. Now we're going to want pneumatic tubes going into the top. Okay, and they're probably just going to lead straight over to here. And I might want to make this a redstone pneumatic tube so that I can put my timer. No, I don't want that to be the redstone pneumatic tube. Maybe my timer will just sit here. That's probably a good place for it. Cool. And we'll make you a half-second timer. Nice. And then we're going to put satellite pipe. And we're going to make you satellite ID 1. Now, all of you guys are going to be satellite ID 1. Cool. Okay. And then we need coal, iron, and sticky resin. Now, here's the deal. We're probably going to want... We need to paint these colors, right? So we're going to get orange, blue, and red. Well, let's do yellow, blue, and red. That'll be nice. So yellow, blue, and red. And that's going to prevent these pipes from connecting to each other. Cool. So then we're going to need these pipes to be able to connect to each other, so we'll do this. Nice. Okay, so the way this is going to work is we will pipe items in. Now we want to make sure to block any other extra inventory slots that we might not want to be inserting items into. So you guys were being a little bit derpy before. We want to make sure that doesn't happen. And so we're going to have yellow, blue, and red. So we're going to have yellow. Did I miss yellow? There it is. Yellow, blue, and red. Sweet. Okay, so that's that. Let's get rid of some junk we don't need at the moment. It's like a trash can. Isn't it great? You don't have an EMC value. I might have destroyed you, but eh. Okay. So then we need coal. You are not the wrench. Coal, iron, resin, and water cell. So we're going to want, we'll just do one. Coal, resin, iron, and water cell. Hooray! We're also getting some extra empty cells, which I should figure out a solution to at some point. I'll figure out what to do with them. So coal will go in the yellow slot. Resin and water cell will go in red, which means iron goes in blue. Okay, so that should be it. Should we try this? So if I requested like 10 or 11 rubber request, you start piping the items over, and there's no spillage. Nice. And everybody wins. How cool is that? Now, can I get you to do stacks at a time? I think you're cool as you are. Yeah, that's good. Cool, 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 cool. I'm liking it. So now I should be able to request the 8 low voltage solar arrays. Possible crafting loop while trying to craft copper cable aborting. Really? Missing 3 rubber and 44 copper cable. What? Do what now? Do what now? What's the problem? Copper cable. What's your problem? Copper cable, copper cable. What crafting loop? Explain. One worked. See, look, everything is going appropriately. That's pretty awesome, right? I would like it if I could make this a little bit faster. I'm trying to remember. If there is. I don't know if in this version there's a way to do it faster. I think in newer versions there was a way to stack these. I mean, I could put a whole stack of items in there. That would probably work. Because I don't think the stack mode is there. If I put it in this mode, will that work? Are you guys cruising around? Yay, things are kind of working. Nice. So that's one low voltage. Let's do another low voltage. So yeah, it's not doing it at stacks at a time. So what if we did a stack of this stuff in each? So if I put a stack of resin in here, would that work? No, because it has to match the stack. Because there's not a full stack in there? Yeah, that's not good. You probably went default route, which is not what I want you to do. Nope. See, in a newer version, there was like a way to make it pull the proper amount, but no, not so much in this one. You can make it in the newer version of Red Power 2. I think on like later versions, you could say, hey, pull, you know, whatever. So out of curiosity, I wonder what this would do. Would that do what I want it to do? Let's find out. Another LV, please. We're just playing a little bit right now. Now, hopefully you would pull out 32. We'll see once it's done with the iron. I'm hoping it'll do 32 and then 1111. because it should pull 32 first, and then try in 16, then try 8, then try 1. Maybe that'll work? Let's find out. If it does, then I'll do that with the rest of them. Yes, it worked. That's what I wanted to see it do. Awesome. So I could do that with the rest of these things, right? I could do that with the iron and the coal, and that would work pretty well. The iron and the coal. Wherever I have coal sitting. Cool. And I'll just garbage you. So we will say 1, 8, 16, 32. Like that. Neat. And that should just speed up the process at which it extracts, which is not the biggest deal in the world, but it helps. So if I do this now, LV Solar request, it'll just pull things out a little bit faster, see? When it's done with the resin, it'll probably grab 16 coal, and maybe 16. Yeah, see? Definitely faster extracting. Nice. That is awesome. Definitely a little bit quicker in terms of getting the items over to the machines. Okay, good deal. So I'm going to try 4 low voltage solar arrays, and we'll see how this goes. I think we're going to be in good shape here. The only thing that might be a problem is overflowing the redstone on the back here. But if that does become a problem, we'll find out pretty soon. I think that's like the last concern, if you will, that I have. What I should probably be doing is, instead of having these on the top and the sides, I should probably have the chests behind the wall. That would be the smart thing to do if I was a smart man. That would probably be really, really smart of me to have the chests behind the wall instead of on the sides here. Yeah, see? Redstone overflow. So I could just put a chest behind it and have the redstone overflow go into said chest. And that would be fine, right? And it would just pull from the chest instead of, you know, anywhere else. And that would totally work. And you're just doing what you're supposed to be doing. Nice. I like it. Totally working the way you should be. That is so cool. Oh, see, look, we just had some bounce back, right? That's what happens. These tubes will never overflow and drop items on the ground, so they'll just bounce back and, like, back stuff a little bit. But it's fine. They'll eventually bounce forward once there's free space again, and it'll eventually process all the items, so we won't ever have any real problems. Super awesome. To the extreme. Alright, I think I'm going to, off-camera, move these chests around so that A, it'll look a little bit nicer, and B, it'll be more functional. They might need to instead be iron chests, though, in case they ever have to be adjacent to each other. So I might snag some iron chests. 3 of these, for example, and we'll be right back. Alright, and this will wind up being ID 2. Yeah, 2 should be fine. That should be cool. Okay. And then we just have to reconfigure this dude to put... I think I should put everything. Just to be safe. Just because of overflow potential. 6. Let's just clear these out. 2 redstone. And a refined iron ingot. Come on, buddy. There you are. And you're 2, right? So that should be cool. So now let's try crafting 8 more LV solars. Missing 3 rubber, missing... Okay. So are we really missing that much rubber? Shouldn't be. But maybe it's just that we have, like, too much. I don't know. Maybe it's just too much for the thing to handle. Let's request 4. See, 4 is fine. And now we shouldn't have any more overflows either, because pretty much everything is routing its way back here, right? So I could request another 4 even. And it should have no problem managing. And eventually what we should have, right? So right now we've got 8 in there, so that should turn into 16 once all the autocrafting is done, right? This chest probably would have overflown by now, and it didn't because it's a chest instead of directly into the table. Nice. All right, let's clean up this inventory. Me and my inventory problems. Let me tell you guys, it's crazy. That's all cool. We could probably burn some of this stuff up into EMC. Speaking of EMC, I'm kind of curious as to where I'm at EMC-wise with things. Should probably upgrade you to like a diamond chest or something. That's crystal to diamond. Where's gold to diamond? There it is. 1 gold ingot and 2 diamonds. Easy peasy. Nice. Looks even nicer. Okay, cool. We'll put some rubber away. And honestly, these things can probably just be voided. I'm not even too concerned about them. And I'll probably get my Evertide amulet put away. The overclockers. I think we're getting pretty close to good with the situation that we're in terms of auto-crafting. So are you done, or are you still cooking? You're still cooking. Oh, overflow again. What overflowed? Probably copper wire, copper cables. Just a few things did overflow. That's okay. Not the end of the world. We'll fix it. So, 16 low voltage solars. Nice, how cool. I'm loving it. Couple more tweaks I want to make here. Just probably, I already satellited this guy, so he's satellite 3 for the cables. The only other thing that really overflowed was the solar panels, the glass overflowed because we had a large amount of glass all at once. And then I want to say batteries did overflow as well. So let's do batteries. So we'll do the 4 of you, the 2 of you, and I should have plenty of these things. So let's make this satellite ID 6 will be the batteries. So 4, 2, and 1. Cool. And glass is really the only thing that did overflow here. Though I think did a generator overflow? It might have, but maybe not. I don't know. See, that's 4 items, and I can't satellite all 4. It's probably unlikely that we'll get all the electronic circuits all at once, because that's the thing that we kind of wait on. So, generator, 3 glass, and 3 coal dust. Three coal dust, and the generator, which might take a moment, considering all the stuff that needs to be processed. Assuming this works, then we should really be solving our overflow problems. Nice, generator. So let's see, where were you again? You're this one. Okay. So this can be the generator. You can be satellite ID 7. And then satellite ID 7 will be responsible for 1 generator, 3 of you, and 3 of you. And then we'll remove these here. Cool. So then we should be in really good shape. Nice. Probably just going to void most of this stuff. I know I'm kind of wasting EMC right now, but pretty much how I feel about wasting EMC right now. So, can I do 8 of these now? Or are you going to complain about overflowing again? Aborting! Arrgh! Okay, relax. I'll just do 2 sets of 4. 1, 2. Boom. Let's see how it goes. So just as a heads up, I did add the overclockers. The centrifuge extractor seems to be the, I want to say, slowest of the machines. Or the, I don't want to say slowest, it's the one that I need the most of. I need the most of rubber, which I'm kind of glad I went centrifuge instead of smelting. Imagine how much rubber waste I would have gone with if I had been lazy and used the induction furnace. Between rubber waste and doubling up a machine that's doing 2 projects like that, I'm really glad I did what I did. So that's cool. And so far we haven't had any overflow of items, which is nice. Like you can see over here, things are going smoothly. Here we have like a large amount of, see we probably had a little bit over a stack of glass and coal dust, right? So that's why things were troublesome. But now we're doing quite well. I'm liking it. Solar factory, I'm gonna call you pretty much complete. Meanwhile, we have lots of dark matter that's been accumulating while I've been doing this process. That's an insane amount of dark matter. I just wanted to point that out. I have a little bit of refilling to do over here of EMC. That's not too bad. How about these 2 on the end? Yeah, you're fine. Nice. So we had 1 more machine overflow, and it was just this one. For whatever reason, it seems to only want to stack up to 32 items before it starts overflowing. So I stole a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. You guys go ahead and do your thing. The iron furnace was just misbehaving a little bit. So we're going to let you stop for a minute. We're going to make you satellite ID 8. We're going to put you there. And then we're going to change the iron furnace to be this, this, and this. I made a battery real quick because I was waiting. And generator, satellite ID 8, and that should solve that problem. And if I put these guys in here, boom, clear. And the battery can just go to the void. Nice. All right. No more overflow for sure. Nice. So we've got 24 solar panel arrays. That's an insane amount of EU, by the way. Like I'm pretty close to just saying like I'm going to put the 512 battery thing out here and allow this thing to fill. Because this, while nice, is doing like, yeah. I think I'm going to dismantle this. And what I'm going to do is just, while this is cool and all, don't get me wrong, I'm just going to run cabling in here. I'm going to make probably wasn't supposed to move you, but sorry. What can I say? And I should be breaking these with a wrench because I'm getting generators back instead of geothermal generators, but whatever. Right. So let's see. Gold cable can do, I think, 128. So if I want 512, I think I need the highly insulated one, which is iron cables. Or I could do glass fiber cables. Those are the bomb. Those are the best, actually. I should do some glass fiber cables because they have low loss as well. I think I'm going to do that. There we go. Glass fiber cables. Nice. So if I wanted to turn these into an MV, like I did teach you how to make MV transformers, right? So I should be able to say 3 MV transformers request. And then I could just probably manually craft these things. So maybe we'll have a manual crafter over here. Cool. And everybody's behaving. Doing exactly what I would want to see. Two, three. Nice. All right, I think Nice, 16, awesome. Okay, cool. And then there's one more thing I wanted to teach this system how to make. Just something that I need occasionally and is a nuisance, and I taught it all the prereqs at this point. But now I should be able to make transformer upgrades. Nice. So if I wanted, like, I don't know, 5 of these, should not be a hard sell. I did have to add gold. And I just threw a few dark matter in there. I won't need a lot of these, not nearly as much as I need of all the other resources, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal to make this. And I think it'll be all right. So we'll just let this thing kind of do its thing. But that, we might have an overflow a little bit of gold cabling, but that's okay. So that's a thing that just is awesome. Oh, and I'm probably going to want 2 more MV transformers, please. While you're crafting things for me. Dude, auto-crafting is fun. I love it. I love it! We are reaching the wrapping up point, but I just want to show you guys where we're at before we do wrap up the episode here. So you're cooking right along, doing a good job. Thank you. The last of the items are flowing around. We've got our 2 MB transformers. And hey, what are you working on right now that you didn't do what you're supposed to do? Are we waiting for MV cabling? Are we waiting on rubber? What dirt? Rubber did not make its way to where it was supposed to go. You went into here. Why did you go into here, rubber? Oh, I know why. Because I did something dumb. Blame Dyer. That was my bad. I was helping this thing move, and then I realized that he didn't realize... I pulled rubber out of here, which you shouldn't do, because this thing still thinks that he's expecting rubber, and he's trying to send it to places that I manually moved it to, and he doesn't know I manually moved it over there. So just a dire derp. Minor dire derp. But a dire derp nonetheless. Alright, so transformer upgrades, auto crafting, and 2 more MVs. Super awesome. By the way, I put some MV solar panels over here, and these 3 are 64 each, right? So that's a lot. So now we're up to 256, and yeah, we're making a lot of EU per tick, courtesy of those things. And that's all feeding into here, which is way faster than the lava thing I had going on over there. So we'll let these guys fill up, and then at some point, the 100 million EU will be complete, and then we'll probably, by that point, have made at least 1 HV solar, if not more. And then we can just hand in the HV solar as a quest item, because it's one of the ones we need. So for now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time and do some other cool stuff. All right, guys, take it easy.